If you want to be able to do arbitrage 10 times a day, you can. 5 times a day, you can. 2 times, 3 times, depending on how busy you are in a day, you can, and you're just making money. Okay.
Hey guys, your friend Adeyemi Oluwaseun is here. I made this video a few months ago about how you can do arbitrage with a Witty project token, but I just made that video then because I did not really believe in that project, and just like most of you did not believe in it and said it's a scam, it's going to work. Why Adeyemi, go and try it first, and when it works, then come and tell us. Of course, you are right, but because I do not have better understanding then, so the same thing happened to you as well. But now I heard from the team leader of this Witty project, and I now got everything right, and I know that this is a project that will work for you and I. And we will now get out from issue of bank block one card today, they block this tomorrow. All right, so that our arbitrage business will now be going smoothly. But if you know that you are ready to do this arbitrage without all those issues, I want you to watch this video from the beginning to the end. The project team leader is here to explain everything to you, how everything is going to work out. All right, how everything is going to work out. And these guys, they actually mean business. If you really mean business as well, watch this video from the beginning to the end. All right, so once you understand how everything is going to work, definitely guys, everything is going to be perfect. And all you need to do right now is just to watch this video. After watching this video to the end, then go to the description below, click on the link, the first link there, then register. That is if you have not registered on this platform before, and if you have registered, all you need to do is just to watch this video from the beginning to the end. Dan, it's over to you.
Okay, welcome again, ladies and gentlemen, and we're about to get started. So our talking point, number one, why we started Witty. Overview of the Witty ecosystem, game plan for financial freedom. 2 reasons we wanted the community to hit 15,000 members before launch. Plan B activated, launch plan, and call to action. Okay, those are our talking. All right, so let's get started. Why we started Witty. Now, the reason I want to say this is that it is very, very important that you actually understand the story behind Witty. Okay, it will really help you as we progress. It's very, very important. Now, in 2002, I got involved in digital marketing. So then companies from Europe, from Asia, from America would hire me to help them with one thing or the other. But paying me was an issue. Like, after doing my work, I couldn't get paid because there was no payment processor or payment gateway that allowed Nigerians to get paid online. So I would finish working for clients, and there's no way to get paid. So what I ended up doing was I had to connect with a friend of mine in the US who created an account for me, and so they would send the money to that account, and then my friend will have to find a way to send the money to me here in Nigeria. And it was difficult. So there was a particular website. It's called Debit. It's no longer in existence now. That was the Facebook of those days, right? So that was where we do our advert. Even when you run your ads on the site, you couldn't even pay for the ads, right? So we used for our affiliate marketing, we used ClickBank, we used JVZoo. At that time, as a Nigerian, you couldn't get paid. So it was so frustrating. And for me, I always felt like, why is Africa so fenced off in terms of financial architecture from other parts of the world? It was always a bother to me. Like, why is Africa always fenced off? Irrespective of how smart you are, irrespective of everything, why are we always fenced off? So that was the burden I had as far back as 2002, right? And so as I began to think about it, it now occurred to me, and I'm sure a lot of you on this call will agree, that it is usually the case that when a technology launches, the West, and by the West I mean America, Europe, they would have maxed out the opportunity, exploited the opportunity before that particular technology starts getting into Africa. Think about it. Artificial intelligence, robotics, virtual reality, augmented reality. Just think about the technology. In any sector, it is usually maxed out in the West before it comes to Africa. And when it comes to Africa, it is not as if Africans become producers or enablers of that technology. Rather, Africans become consumers of that technology. And so it was always a bother. Every time I think about it, I was always very uncomfortable. Then fast forward to 2016, when I got actively involved in crypto. As a matter of fact, a friend of mine is a co-founder of VoguePay. VoguePay is one of the payment gateways in Nigeria. He was living in the UK then, and I was working in the bank then. That was 2009. He called me and said, there is this thing launching. It's called Bitcoin. I want you to take a look and I want you to buy some. And as a banker, cryptocurrency did not make sense to me. Decentralized finance did not make sense to me. I was like, nah, it's one of those fads. It will just come and it will go. So I didn't pay attention until 2016 when I was like, wow, this thing is catching on. Let me pay attention. Now, in 2016, when I got fully involved in crypto, I discovered something that made me very, very happy. I discovered that the blockchain technology is the first time that a new technology was providing a level playing ground for everybody. Because as of 2016, I was talking to a lot of my business associate friends abroad, white guys abroad. They don't know jack about blockchain. Even as of 2022, so many of them still don't understand blockchain, still don't understand crypto. So I usually say this every time, or most times I speak, like the blockchain technology is one time that Africa is getting access to a technology at the same time with the rest of the world. So it then occurred to me that if Africa is getting access to this technology at the same time with the rest of the world, then it is our fault if we do not become producers in this particular system, in this particular space. If we don't become producers, our fault. All right? And what do I mean? It simply means that if Africa we stop being fenced off from the payment architecture from other parts of the world, it then means that Africans must step up to build platforms for Africa. For as long as Africans keep expecting the West to build platforms for them, it will not work. And that was where we drew our vision statement from. So that vision statement is just not something we came up with mindlessly. No, it was well thought out. It's something that has been on my mind as far back as 2002. And our vision statement is very simple: breaking the third world fence by leveraging permissionless and trustless technology. All right, so that is what I just shared with you, is what necessitated what we are doing right now. Now, there are three cardinal reasons people start businesses. One, for money. Two, for passion. Three, for impact. Any of these three is okay, it's fine. But Witty was started primarily for impact. because I believe that we Africans can become producers and not just consumers of the blockchain tech. And so I was able to find a team who believed in what I believed, and here we are today. So the reason we created Witty is for impact. I believe we have the wherewithal in terms of the skill, the knowledge, to be able to produce something that can change the lives of as many people who get involved. Okay? So that is why we started Witty. Now to the second talking point. Is that clear, guys? Is that clear, guys? Please give me a 7 if it's clear. I'm hearing people saying they can't hear me. I hope it's an isolated case and not the case with everybody. Please, if item 1 was very clear, give me a 7. Okay, good. We are communicating. Let's do that. Okay, number two, overview of the Witty ecosystem. Okay, I'm just going to, in less than 5 minutes, I'm just going to run through our ecosystems. The first ecosystem is the non-custodial peer-to-peer exchange. All right, and basically that platform is an on-ramping platform, which means that it's a platform that enables people who have fiat, who have paper money, who want to buy crypto. Okay, that platform enables them to buy crypto. Simple. Okay, so you're in Nigeria, you're in Ghana, Kenya, any country in the world. As long as there's a seller in your country with your local currency, you can buy crypto from them. Okay, that's basically what the non-custodial peer-to-peer is about. Now, the unique selling point is that ours is non-custodial. Okay, the platform never holds or never custody your assets. Some of you might have seen over the week, a lot of people are complaining that Binance is suspending the account and all of that. Now, that is what you get in a centralized system. Okay, in our case, it is decentralized. You are in custody of your money in your Trust Wallet or in your MetaMask, where you have your private key. So it is only when you want to do a transaction that you move a portion of your asset that you want to transact to our escrow account. And that is for the purpose of transaction. The moment the transaction is executed, everything goes back to your wallet. Okay, so that is one unique selling point. The second selling point is that our exchange rate API is lower than the exchange rate of most other P2P platforms. All right. So what it then means is that it provides an arbitrage opportunity for our users. So our users can buy Witty on our platform, convert that Witty to USDT on PancakeSwap, move that USDT to any other P2P platform where the exchange rate is higher than that of our P2P exchange, and then you sell and you make a little margin. You come back again, just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Simple, okay? That's easy. That is just the overview of the non-custodial peer-to-peer. Moving on, the launchpad. Okay? Moving on, the launchpad. Now, the launchpad gives our users an opportunity to get involved early, to invest in amazing crypto projects before they go public. All right? So before now, only venture capitalists, okay, have the opportunity of investing in companies, and then when the companies go public, they make a lot of money. So the launchpad gives users the opportunity, okay, to take position in amazing projects that have not gone public. So you buy the token or coin at a lower price. When they list on the exchange, they're definitely going to list at a price higher than what you bought, and you can sell. Okay, so it depends on your game plan. It depends on your own strategy. So you can say, okay, once I buy at the launchpad, the moment the project lists, I want to sell and make my profit. Or I buy on the launchpad, when the project lists, I sell enough quantity to recoup my capital, then I leave the remaining tokens for the long term to appreciate. So with my recouped capital, I can continue to take position in other projects that are listed on the benchmark. So it all depends on how you want to play this game. But let me pause and say something. Guys, I've always said it that our objective is financial freedom, not to make money. As far as I'm concerned, if all we are doing is helping you make money, that's not good enough. The objective really is to help as many of our users achieve financial freedom. And I usually say this, financial freedom is the state where your passive income exceeds your expenses. It's the state where cash flow from your assets exceeds your expenses. Now, that cash flow must be coming from your passive income, not from your active income. In other words, money coming from a business or an investment that does not need your time. Okay? So active income is an income coming from an investment where you are trading your time for money. That's active income. And we have said it again and again, you cannot achieve financial freedom through active income. The purpose of active income, which means your job, which means your small business, okay? The purpose of active income is to provide you with money that you can invest to build up your passive income. So you achieve financial freedom when money from your passive income exceeds your expenses. Then you have achieved financial freedom. So it doesn't have anything to do with the volume of the money, $10 million or $100 million. No. Somebody can be earning ₦1 million per month and not be free financially. Somebody else can be earning 500,000 naira a month and be free financially. So it's not a virtue of how much, it's a virtue of your income from your passive income, for your passive channels and your expenses. I hope that is clear. So our objective here is to help as many of our users achieve financial freedom. And here is the game plan. Okay, I'll get to that. So that is the objective. So the Launchpad gives you, our users, opportunity to take position in amazing projects and then make money and leave some of those tokens for the long term. Remember, in crypto, if you want to make life-changing money, you have to allow time to happen to your assets. Okay? In crypto, the way to make life-changing money is to allow time to happen to your assets. So all these buy today, sell tomorrow, at best, will be able to take care of your day-to-day needs, but it's not going to change your life. So you see people who have been in crypto for long, but because they're just doing trade, buy, sell, you might have money to be able to meet your needs, but it's not going to be life-changing. You want to make life-changing money, you must be ready to allow time to happen to your crypto. Okay, so that is that about the Launchpad. And then the staking platform. The staking platform is the core, okay, is the core of the Witty ecosystem. The staking platform is really what every other platform in our ecosystem revolves around. All right, so the staking means that you stake your Witty in any of the categories. Okay, I think the last time I had a meeting with the community, somebody suggested that we should have $100 category. Before now, our least category was $500. Somebody suggested that we'll have $100 category, and we listened. So now we have the $100 category, $500, $2,000, $5,000, and $10,000 category. Okay, so you take your Witty in any of those categories. You earn monthly rewards for staking your Witty, and then by the time your stake is maturing, chances are that Witty is worth a lot of money. All right. So you are making money from other channels in the Witty ecosystem. For instance, you're making commissions from your referrals, you're making money from the arbitrage, you're making money from the launchpad. So with all of that, you can afford to leave your Witty stick for as long as possible and allow time to happen to you and make life-changing money. Okay? So those are the 3 platforms we are launching with. But in our ecosystem, we have the Remittance Platform, which basically allows our users to convert their Witty into pounds. We are partnered with a digital bank from the UK, okay? So you can convert your Witty into pounds, and from your pounds account, you can wire to a bank account in over 100 countries around the world, all right? So that's basically what they do. But we are also going to be partnering with more banks because our vision is that we want our Remittance Platform to be instant, all right? So let me explain. Right now, because we've only partnered with one bank, any wire to any European country is going to be instant, okay? But if you are wiring outside of Europe, it's not going to be instant. It's going to take about 3 days for your recipient to get the money, okay? So we're going to start with that, but our vision is that we want to be able to partner with more banks from different regions so that our users can do instant transfers to the recipient. So if you're transferring to somebody in Europe, you use our UK bank. By the time we get an Asian partner, you are transferring to Asia, our system will route that transfer through our Asian bank and it is instant. You are transferring to different countries in Africa, same thing, okay? So that is what we intend to do. But right now, we only have a partnership with one bank. And we are going to roll with that, and then we'll start signing up more banks into our ecosystem, all right? We also have our crypto debit card. As you already know, we partnered with a global Visa license holder who will give us, who will manufacture our debit cards, our branded debit cards, with a Witty logo, with your name on it, and delivered to your address. And you can load money into that card. So you can transfer Witty into the card, and dollars, okay? Dollars, that Witty will be converted to dollars and loaded on your card. And you can use that card on any Visa-enabled channel, whether it is online, whether it is POS, whether it is ATM. So that means even in Nigeria, you can use the card. You can walk up to any Visa-enabled ATM in Nigeria or Ghana, anywhere, and you can withdraw money in your local currency. You can go to ShopRite or any mall, and you give them your card, they run it on their POS, and it's going to go through. You want to use this roadside POS people, it's going to go through, okay? So those things are coming. We also have our crypto payment gateway, where merchants will be able to deploy our gateway on their site, and you can use your crypto, any of the 5 cryptos that we support, you can use them to pay for stocks, all right? And the merchant can hold the crypto if they like, or can immediately convert the crypto into fiat, either pounds or their local currency, leveraging the non-custodial peer-to-peer exchange, all right? Then we also have the crypto lending platform, where you need money for something, but you don't want to sell your Witty, okay? You can use your Witty as a collateral and borrow USDT. So your Witty is there, appreciating for you while you take care of your needs. Chances are, by the time you are paying the Witty must have appreciated, and you wouldn't need to evacuate your Witty just because you want to pay. So those are projects that are coming way down the line. But I don't want to run through our ecosystem to give you guys an understanding, because I'm aware that a lot of people are joining this platform today attending this meeting today for the very first time. I hope that is clear, ladies and gentlemen. We are moving on. I just finished the second talking point. We are moving on to the third talking point, which is game plan for financial freedom. The game plan for financial freedom. So I said earlier that our objective is to help as many people as possible to achieve financial freedom. Now, what is the game plan? It is very simple, okay? So this is not financial advice, but I'm talking to you from the position of someone who understands the system that we have built and who can actually tell you the best way to maximize it, okay? But it's not an advice. You can decide to take it or you can decide to do it anyhow you want, okay? But this is the game plan that I know that if you are true to it and are faithful to it, you're definitely going to be better off in a year's time, okay? Now, you need to understand something. I see that a lot of you are mostly interested in the arbitrage, and that's amazing. But guys, don't lose eyes on the most important thing. The arbitrage is actually not the most important. The arbitrage is going to make you money now, yes. But again, it might not be life-changing money. Like I always say, the money you're going to be making in arbitrage is money to help you sort out your monthly expenses, take care of your family, and all of those things. It's really not going to change your life. I don't know, really. Okay? So the arbitrage is good, but you need to understand that while you are making money via the arbitrage platform, don't lose focus on why we are doing what we are doing, which is financial freedom. And these are the two things you can do, leveraging the Witty ecosystem to be on the path to financial freedom. I cannot tell you when you achieve financial freedom, but I can definitely tell you what you can do to get on the path to financial freedom. Number one, you need to understand that everything we are doing in the Witty ecosystem, we are doing it to help Witty appreciate. Everything we are doing is geared towards putting demand on Witty because we want to ensure that all our token holders will make money. We are passionately committed to that cause. Everybody who is holding Witty, we want them to make money. So everything we are doing, our use cases, our strategies, the way we have built our system is all engineered to ensure that there is demand on Witty, so that those who have bought Witty will make money. You need to understand that. Now, if that is the case, it then means that it just makes sense for you to hold Witty. Ladies and gentlemen, no matter what you do, no matter how you make money from the ecosystem, I want to encourage you, hold some Witty, stake some Witty. The reason you are staking, two things. Number one, if you hold your Witty in your wallet, a need can come up that you are going to spend that Witty. And the truth is this, problems don't finish. When you solve a problem today, because you feel that problem cannot wait, in 1 year's time, when those who actually discipline themselves to stake their Witty are actually talking about their successes, you have nothing to talk about. So that is why don't just hold it in your wallet, stake it and receive monthly rewards. So your Witty, your capital is staked. You know that at least it's there for 1 year. The price of Witty now and the price of Witty in a year's time will most likely not be the same, and you'll be the better for it. And if you are even very determined and disciplined to achieve financial freedom faster, then what you can do is from your rewards, your monthly rewards, from your commissions, from the money you make from arbitrage, you can say, okay, you know what, 60% of all this money, I am going to keep staking them. Okay? Somebody can say, okay, every week I want to be buying $100 package to be staking. Or every week I want to buy $500 package to be staking, depending on your financial situation. Okay? If you have that game plan that the money from your staking rewards, your monthly staking rewards, from your commissions, from the money from arbitrage, the money you're making from Launchpad, that's 60% of it, you are going to be buying more Witty to stake, and you are living on only 40%. In 1 year time, you'll be amazed what has happened. Okay? You'll be amazed what has happened. That is the power of compounding. All right? That is the game plan, guys. Hold Witty. As I begin to expatiate further, you will understand what I'm talking about. Everything we are doing, starting from this meeting we are holding right now, is all engineered towards mounting a lot of demand on Witty so that the holders of Witty will make money. So that is one game plan if you want to achieve financial freedom. Hold and stake Witty. Number 2, the tokens you are buying through the launchpad, right? You should try to hold some of them. Because let me tell you something. We have engaged a consultant that is going to help us with the tokens that we are going to be listing on the launchpad. So we are going to try as much as possible to ensure we are not listing shitcoins. We are going to be listing amazing projects, right? Now, what it means is that there is a high chance that these projects could do well. So what you want to do, let's assume you bought $100 of a particular token from the launchpad, okay, at maybe 20 cents. The token lists at 40 cents on the public exchange. What you can do is to sell some quantity of the token to realize the $100 you bought the token with. So your capital is out. The token remaining is profit. You leave it there for another 6 months or even 1 year. Just leave it there. And then you keep buying like that. You buy, when it lists on the public exchange, you sell just enough quantity to realize your capital and you leave the rest there. Now, imagine you keep doing this, and in a space of 1 year, you probably have bought 10 to 12 tokens. If only 3 of those tokens move, my friend, you're settled. If only 3 of those 10 tokens move, you're good. Okay? If only 3 of you're good. Now imagine if 5 or 6 of them does well. This is the game plan, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Buy Witty, stake your Witty, and then try to hold as much of the tokens you are buying from the launchpad. Okay? Take out your capital when it lists and leave the other tokens. Let time happen to that token. If you do this, ladies and gentlemen, plus moving 60% of your earnings from all the different products in the ecosystem, you're moving 60% of them back into staking, definitely your financial situation is going to greatly improve. That is the game plan. That is what I am personally going to do. So I'm basically sharing my game plan with you guys. All right? Okay. So I'm done with the third talking point. Okay. So I saw some people writing on the Telegram group. We don't have to hit 15,000 before we launch. Let's just launch. We'll definitely hit more than 15,000 when we launch and all of that. And when I read statements like that, those guys are really talking from the place of ignorance, right? They really don't know why we said what we said. So I'm going to tell you why. And the reason I'm telling you why is because we've missed out on the opportunity already. So we were not allowed to tell you why we need to hit 50,000. Okay? We were not allowed to tell you. That was why I was telling you, just do it. Okay? It's for our own good. Let's just do it. We were not allowed to tell you, but now I can tell you, so that you now begin to understand why we actually said we need to hit 15,000. Okay? There are 2 reasons. 2 reasons, and the 2 of them are very, very important. Now listen up, guys. The first reason is this. Our strategy for the launchpad is this. We are not going after crypto projects who need money. That's not our strategy. We are actually going after crypto projects who already have money, who don't actually need money. They already have venture capitalists backing their projects, right? They have all the money, they are just going to list. Those are the projects we are going after. These are big projects. These are projects who have greater probability of success. So there is something, however, that they need that we have. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's our trade secret, okay? There is something that they need, this project. There's something they need that we have, which we believe will make them list on our launchpad. Remember, it is not money they need. They already have financial backers. Okay, they have collected money from venture capitalist companies, and they don't need money. But there's something they need that we have. All right, that is going to make them list with us. Now, what does that mean for you? It means, ladies and gentlemen, that because of the grade of projects we want to attract and list on our launchpad, that the chances of the token appreciating when it lists on the exchange, so that you can get out your capital, is a lot. Why? Because these guys have money to create the hype. They have money to pump into marketing, to do PR and hire influencers to talk about them. They have all that money. So it means that when you invest in such projects, by the time they are listing on the public exchange, it's going to be very easy for you to sell a portion of your token to get out your capital and allow the rest to just stay there. However, in order to be attractive to this grade of projects, our community size has to be significant. Are you guys getting it? You cannot be attracting those kind of projects to a community size of 5,000, 6,000. It doesn't work. All right? It doesn't work. They're not going to listen to you. They're not going to take you seriously. That is one of the reasons why we say, look, for our strategy to work, our community size has to be significant. Somebody saying launch first, launch first. What do you mean by launch first? How do you want to attract them? All right, that is one. Now listen to the second one. This one broke my heart actually, but I believe that all things work together for good. All right, and I believe it's going to break some of your hearts, but let me just encourage you already. Just let it go. I'm moving ahead. Okay, this project is moving ahead. That's it. We are moving ahead. Nothing. There's no stopping us. Now, listen, guys. Have you ever asked yourself? We keep saying, for instance, the arbitrage, that you buy Witty and you swap your Witty for USDT and you go and sell. What does that mean? It means that for that to happen, there is going to be USDT liquidity on PancakeSwap, which is the decentralized exchange that we're going to list. So there will be Witty liquidity there, and there will be USDT liquidity there. Now listen, what I'm sharing with you now, not even our facilitators know about it. That was how secret it was. That was how secret they made us keep it, right? Now, so that means that for you to bring Witty to PancakeSwap, swap it to USDT, there has to be USDT liquidity on PancakeSwap. So there are two things crypto projects do. It's either the management will provide liquidity, both Witty and USDT liquidity. So that if it is Witty, you go to buy, you can buy. If it's USDT, you go to swap your Witty for, you can do that. That is one way. The second way is you can work with a liquidity provider. Okay? Who will say, okay, you know what? We're going to provide USDT liquidity for your pool so that your users can do transactions. So we got this liquidity provider, a major liquidity provider, and they gave us two requirements to work with us. All right? Number one requirement, they said we have to list on a tier 1 centralized exchange. Okay? Exchanges like Binance, OKX, OKCoin, Poloniex, Gates, Coinbase, Bybit. Those are tier 1 exchanges. They said, one, we need to list on a tier 1 centralized exchange. Right now, we are listed on a tier 2 centralized exchange. They said we need to list on a tier 1 centralized exchange. That is one requirement. And second requirement, you must have a minimum of 15,000 community members. And what they really wanted to see is a proof of concept. They wanted proof that the community is excited enough about this project and will actually drive the community, drive the membership even before launch. They wanted to see that. Now, and guys, I've always said that, I said, Witty is a community project. What does it mean? It means that management cannot do everything. Management will do what we can do, and the community has to do what you can do. I've always said that. And our responsibility really is providing the technology for you. Your responsibility, in all fairness, is growing the platform. All right? So those who say, let us launch first and the platform will grow, you don't call the shots. No, you don't. The partners do. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, these guys are going to give us $2 million for USDT liquidity. Now, let me put a context to that. With $2 million, we can have a daily trade volume of $6 million. In other words, you guys, the Witty community members, can do daily transactions, arbitrage transactions of $6 million every day. Every day, $6 million. I mean, come on. Can you just imagine that? And I was shouting, let's do this, guys. I tried to tell you guys to do it in such a way that I'm not going to divulge why, because we are under agreement never to divulge why. In fact, let me show you something. I'm going to show you one of the emails, okay? Somebody said my blood is getting hot now or something. I'm going to show you an email from the co-founder of that liquidity company. It's a very big liquidity company from the US. They love our project, they are sold on it, they say, you know what, we want to do this. $2 million, free money. It's not a debt. We're not giving them equity. They are just going to put the $2 million there, and they are all going to make money from transaction fees that package swap is charging. It's not costing us anything, it's free money. We're not giving them equity, we're not paying them any interest, nothing. And all we just needed to do was tell people about Arbitrage. There's a platform that is going to launch. Come and join waitlist for free. So that when it launches, you will know. How difficult is that, guys? Nobody is saying pay money. Nobody is saying register for money. Just free. Come and register for free. That was all. That was all. That was all, guys. It was so painful. Now let me show you an email, one of the emails they sent to me, where they requested us to list on a tier 1 exchange. Okay, just 1 minute. Let me show you that. So I canceled some sensitive information. Okay, I had to cover some sensitive information. Yeah, you can see my screen, right? So say SEX means centralized exchange. Said centralized exchange covered by, this is the name of the company. Okay, I had to cover it. Okay, it says done. Here is the high level coverage of SEX, which is centralized exchange. Main exchanges include Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, Gobi, OKX. Other exchanges of interest: Binance US, Bitcoin, Bitrest, Bitflyer, Bitmax, Bitstamp, blah 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 blah. We will typically cover DeFi when you list on at least a SEX we cover. You see one of the requirements, they said that they will provide liquidity for us to the two. In fact, guys, oh my goodness. These guys did not say they will give us $2 million. That was not what they said, actually. I correct myself. What they actually said is that the minimum that they can give us is $2 million. That was what they said, that they are not interested in anything less than $2 million, that the minimum they can give us is $2 million. So that we need to be sure we can generate enough volume to consume that $2 million. This is just like somebody begging you guys to make money. So you just imagine we have $2 million, and I'm telling you guys, you guys need to do arbitrage many times a day so that we can use it up every day. I mean, it's like we are encouraging you to make money. That's what it is. So they were ready to give us more money should we grow as fast. But they were going to start with a minimum of $2 million. So that means that if we are able to prove that we actually need more than 2 million, they will do it. So they gave us two requirements. One, they said they will give us that money as liquidity on PancakeSwap, but we must list on a tier 1 exchange. That is one requirement I just showed you now. The second requirement is that we must grow the community to a minimum of 15,000. Now, let me share what now happened. We now started going after, okay, is that the CEO? 1 minute, guys. I think we have our CEO on the call and he's saying something. 1 minute. Okay, yeah, our CEO, you can see his chart. He said, I actually want to correct you there. The minimum they can give us is 2 million. Exactly. That was what they said. They didn't say they're giving us 2 million. Minimum 2 million. So we now started reaching out to these tier 1 exchanges. And we got a particular tier 1 exchange. I'm not going to call their name for sake of privacy. On a good day, this tier 1 exchange charges $250,000 to list a coin on their exchange, right? Now, some exchanges charge way more than that, $400,000, $500,000 to list. Yeah. Now, we negotiated with this particular tier 1 exchange, okay, and they agreed to list us with $100,000. But there was a problem. They said that they don't list new projects. They only list projects that have already listed in a tier 2 exchange and have done volume. Minimum of 1 million volume per month or per day. I can't remember, right? So I now told them that it is not possible because we have not even launched. So we don't have, there's no how we can generate 1 million volume per month because we have not launched. So I went back to this liquidity provider and I said, look, we are able to negotiate with this particular exchange for $100,000 from $250,000 to $100,000. But there's a problem. They are requesting that we must have generated $1 million in volume before we can list. We are just starting, we are just launching. We don't have that particular data or record. And then the liquidity provider said, okay, you know what? We will work with you on PancakeSwap alone for now. We waive the first requirement of listing on a centralized exchange for you. We work on PancakeSwap. Then, as you make money, as you generate the trade volume, then you can go and list on that centralized exchange. Deal. We agreed. That was favor. And all that was left was for us to hit 15,000. And I kept shouting it. I kept saying it. How did I not say it? But we didn't achieve it. All right? Okay. So that was that. So can you guys now understand? Can you guys now understand why we were saying that we need to hit 15,000 to launch? It is not as if without us hitting 15,000 we cannot launch, but it's going to make life easier for everybody. You are going to be able to make money. You are going to be able to do arbitrage. You are going to be able to cycle as many times in a day as possible because we have the liquidity to handle that. So people will always want to prove as if they know more than the management. Hey, we can launch, let's launch first. How do you want to launch when there is no liquidity? The company providing liquidity is telling you what you need to do, and it's something we can easily do. All right? Okay, moving on. I told you, I said, I felt bad, I won't lie to you, but look, I believe strongly that all things work together for me. We are going to proceed, and I'm going to tell you how we are going to proceed. So now, Plan B, our Plan B is activated, okay? Since you guys did not meet your requirement for our Plan A to be activated, we are now falling back to Plan B, okay? And I'm going to tell you how the Plan B is going to work. Somebody said we can even hit 30K. The truth is that if I had told you guys that a liquidity provider company is waiting to give us $2 million, but we need to hit 15,000. We will hit that 15,000 that same day. But that will not be organic growth. The liquidity provider does not want that, because there's nobody, even a madman. You tell a madman you give him $2 million, he will bring it. They don't want that. They want organic growth. They want to feel naturally that you guys are sold out to this project. That's all they wanted. And they got us to commit that we won't tell you guys the reason we said hit 15,000. We didn't even tell the participants. That was how secret it was. All right? All right, moving on, guys. Plan B is activated. Like I said, whether we hit 15,000 or not, we are going to launch. But the only thing now, and I said it in my last update to you guys, is that if we had hit 15,000, we would have been launching as a major champion. Imagine $6 million transaction volume every day. That would just be amazing. All right? So now that we didn't hit that, we are still going to launch, but it requires some work. And let me tell you what the plan B is. Okay? There's something you need to understand about life. Life is about cause and effect. For every decision you take, there are consequences, good or bad. Simple as that. All right? So the community has taken a decision, and there are consequences to that. You guys took a decision not to hit $15,000, 15,000 people before the end of this month, and there are consequences to that. Okay? We just have to do it. We have to bear it and carry our cross and do it. But can we do it? Oh, yes, we can. Okay? Can we do it? Oh, yes, we can. Is it easy? Oh, yes, it is easy. But the plan A would have been easier. Okay? So this is the plan B, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the plan B is this. First, for you to use the Arbitrage platform, you must have a staking account. If you don't stake, you won't even have access to the Arbitrage platform. Because what we saw was that people are only interested in making money off of the system. They're not interested in adding value to the ecosystem. We will not allow that to happen. All right? For the arbitrage opportunity, we are not begging you to use the platform. It's free money. And nobody will beg you to come and collect free money. It's free money. By the time we launch, there's going to be a lot of users wanting to do. It's free money. All right? So we're not begging anybody to use the platform. It's free money. And so if you will not add value to the platform, then it's left for us to protect our platform and ensure that only people who add value to the platform get value from the platform. Simple and short. And that is the decision, no apologies. All right? So the same way you must have a staking account to use the launchpad, you must have a staking account to use the non-custodial peer-to-peer. And this is good news for all Witty token holders. Because what it means is that we are going to have a lot of Witty off circulation. We are going to have a lot of Witty taken out of circulation that will be staked, leaving very small Witty in circulation, and all of the demand of people coming to do arbitrage and do launchpad and all of that is going to be on only small Witty, which will give our Witty a better chance to appreciate. All right? Remember, I said everything, every strategy we are doing in this particular project is geared towards enabling our Witty holders to make money. We want our Witty token to appreciate, and that's that. All right? So for you to use the Arbitrage platform, you have to stake any category, whether it is $100, $500, whatever, but you have to stake. Okay? Without a staking account, you will not be able to gain access to the non-custodial peer-to-peer. All right? Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. Now, the second thing we are going to do is that now we have to raise the liquidity in-house. And I'll tell you how we are going to do that. Very amazing opportunity. I'm excited about it already. And that's why I said all things work together for me. Maybe this happened to give some of you an opportunity that you will probably never have had, okay, to hold more Witty. All right. Now, there is something we call initial stake offering. Okay. Now, listen very well. For those of you who have been asking, how can I buy Witty? This is it now. And for those of you who wish to have more Witty, this is also it. Okay. Now, listen. There's something we are going to come up with and is launching next week, Friday, on the 4th of February. Okay. Please listen so that you can communicate with your downline. We are launching our initial stake offering, and the objective of that is to raise liquidity for PancakeSwap, for our arbitrage platform. Now, what are we doing? Now, Witty is going to launch at $10 per 1 Witty. Okay, that is the price we are launching with. Now, in the initial stake offering, which will only be open for 2 weeks, starting February 4th, you will be able to buy Witty at $10, but we will give you 50% of whatever Witty you buy. So if you buy $1,000 worth of Witty during the initial stake offering, we are going to give you $500 more. If you buy $500 worth of Witty, we are going to give you $250 more. If you buy $500 worth of Witty, we are going to give you $2,500 more. Okay? But on the condition that that Witty will be staked. That is why it is called initial stake offering. Everybody buying Witty in the initial stake offering will stake it. It's a must. Okay? It has to be staked. It has to be staked. Okay? What we are trying to do with that project is we are trying to use it to mop up a lot of Witty from circulation into the stake, and then whatever money we raise from that particular initial stake offering will be provided, will be used for the USDT liquidity of PancakeSwap, and then the arbitrage platform will launch. I hope that is clear. So please, if you don't want to stake your Witty, then don't buy through the initial stake offering. The initial stake offering is our way of rewarding users who want to stake. Okay? So whatever quantity you buy, we give you 50%, but it has to be staked. I hope this is clear. Okay? Please let me know. Let me know. The initial stake offering is that clear. Let me know, please. This is very, very important. It's launching on Friday, February 4th. Okay? And every money we get from there is going towards the liquidity. Okay? Now, let me explain this, guys. Let me explain this. If you guys raise $20,000 from the initial stake offering, what it means is that we can have a 24 hours trade volume of $60,000 only. So you guys doing arbitrage, you cannot do whomever the sum of your entire transaction in a day cannot be more than 60,000. If you raise 50,000 for initial stake offering, and we use the 50,000 for liquidity, that means our 24-hour trade volume will be $150,000. All right. So we management here, we are not under pressure at all. Whatever you raise from the initial stake offering, we put it on the liquidity and we launch the arbitrage. The only thing that would happen is that you may not be able to do your arbitrage as many times in a day as you would want to. All right. This is why also that if you guys have agreed on what we said and we build the community to 15,000. Now, if out of 15,000 people, only 1,000 persons buy the initial stake offering, right? Even if it is $100 that they buy in the initial stake offering, that's $100,000. That means we can do a 24 hours volume of $300,000. That's a lot of money. And who says we cannot even raise $200,000? It's very simple. If 1,000 people buy $200 worth of Witty in the initial stake offering, that is $200,000. All right? And of course, you know, many people are going to buy way more than that. So, whatever we raise, so the ball is in your court. I told you guys, I said this is community project. The one we can do, we'll happily do. But the one that only you can do, you have to do it. Okay? Whatever you raise from the initial stake offering will help you make money. It's not for our own good, it's for your good. It will help you make money. We need to generate that liquidity. Remember, the $200,000 that we pay the bank, okay, was supposed to come from you guys. It was supposed to come from the private sale, but we paid it with our money. If we didn't do that, we'll have $200,000 that we can use to start the arbitrage project. Okay, but that did not happen. No stress, but we can still make this happen. Okay, and it's very simple. So now you know. It is now left for you guys to begin to tell your friends, your circle of influence, guys, there is an arbitrage platform that is launching. Okay, come take position and buy the initial stake offering. The initial stake offering gives you access to the arbitrage platform. Without staking, you cannot access. Now listen, it does not even make sense for anybody not to buy Witty during the initial stake offering, because if you buy Witty during the initial stake offering, you get 50% more given to you. If you wait till after the 2 weeks and we shut down the initial stake offering, anybody coming then to use the arbitrage platform, we still need to buy Witty, and at that time they are not going to get any 50% in addition. You're just going to buy it at whatever price it is in the market before you can use the arbitrage platform. So now is our second opportunity as community to actually go out there, drive people to the community, and encourage them to get within the initial stake offering so that they can have a stake and they can be able to access the arbitrage platform when we launch. All right, I hope you guys are getting it. So the initial staking offering is for everybody, both for those who are new, who don't have Witty. You can buy some that you will stake so that you can have access to the arbitrage platform. And for those who already have Witty, who want to buy more, you can buy more and stake. Now, let me say something about the staking. Because we have the $100 category, the natural tendency is for most people to want to go for the $100 category and say, after all, there is no limitation. Even if I have the $100 category, I still have access to the arbitrage. Now listen guys, let me say this. Yes, we have not put any limit on how much arbitrage you can do, all right, depending on your staking category. We have not done that. But the only thing we have done is that in the launch pad, okay, the amount you can use to buy a token in the launch pad is dependent on your staking category. So the allocation you would have if you are on the $100 staking category is going to be smaller than the allocation that the person on the $500 category will have, and will be smaller than the 2,000 category, 5,000 category. So the more your staking category, the more allocation you will have in the launch pad. So you can launch a particular project on the launch pad, and you have $1,000 to put in the project. You believe in the project so much, you want to put money in this project because you believe it's going to do well. But because of your staking category, maybe it is $50 allocation you have. So even though you have $1,000 that you would have loved to invest in that project, you cannot invest $1,000. You can only invest $50 because your allocation is going to be based on your staking category. So what does that mean? It means that you need to leverage this initial stake offering and buy more Witty so that you can upgrade your stake, so that you can be, your allocation on the launch pad can make sense. All right? Yeah. Because if you don't do it now, if you want to upgrade later, you are not going to get any 50% discount. So this, the initial stake offering is going to last for just 2 weeks, from the 4th of February, 2 weeks, and then we shut it down. Whatever we raise during that 2 weeks, we are using it for the liquidity of PancakeSwap, and then we launch our arbitrage. Is that clear, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, somebody is asking, said, will the initial stake offering be automatically locked? Yes, it will be automatically locked. Okay, so there is a feature on the staking platform called incentive feature. Okay, so when you buy your Witty on the initial stake offering platform, we are creating a landing page for that. When you buy your Witty on the initial stake offering platform, right? Then you log into your staking account and you request from your back office for your Witty. That is where you will be funded the Witty you have bought plus 50%. And in that account, you can't withdraw it. The only thing you can do with it is stake it. All right? That is the only thing you can do with it. Stake it. You can't withdraw it. So that is how it will happen. Somebody is actually says, in the initial stake offering, is it the quantity of token or the stake? Everything will be staked. Both the token you bought and the 50% that we gave to you, everything has to be staked. Okay? If you don't want to stake it, then you cannot take advantage of the ISO. Okay? So everything has to be staked. Somebody said this is not fair, not everyone can afford $500. Did I say $500 is the minimum? Okay? I didn't say that. There's a $100 package. Okay? All right. Okay, so let's finish up this before we take our question and answer session. Okay. Guys, so the call to action right now is this, very simple. Okay, between now and Friday, when the ISO or the initial stake offering, I'm going to call it ISO going forward. It just means initial stake offering, which I already explained. Between now and Friday, when the ISO is going to launch, okay, we need to still build our community. Why? Because the more people we have in our community, the more money we can raise in the ISO. The more money we raise in the ISO, the more you can cycle, the more transactions you can do in the arbitrage. All right? Because, I mean, so the transactions you are doing on the arbitrage platform is going to be limited to the liquidity available. All right? So all we need to do to raise as much liquidity as possible is to grow the community. Bring as many people who will be interested in arbitrage opportunity. Let them take advantage of the ISO. Let's raise as much money as possible so we can have that on liquidity and you guys can be in business. Very simple, isn't it? Now, how can we hit 15,000 even before Friday? Very, very simple. I'm going to show you what you can do. And if a large section of you will do what I'm about to show you now, we'll hit more than 15,000 even before Friday. Very simple. Very, very, very simple. So I'm going to share my screen to my mobile and I'm going to show you what we can do. If everybody or if most people decide to do that, we'll hit over 15,000 before Friday, right? So let me show you what you can do. Very simple. Everybody listening to me now can do this. Okay, so I'm going to go to WhatsApp. Okay, now when you are on WhatsApp, just go to WhatsApp and create a broadcast list. In case you don't know what a broadcast list is, look at these three dots on top of my WhatsApp page. You see WhatsApp, you see the search button, you see those three dots. Click on it. Look at it says new group, new broadcast. Click on new broadcast. It will open up all your contacts. Now begin to select your contacts. As many, don't mindlessly do it. There are people you know that are not interested in anything online, or tech, or crypto. Go through your contact and add as many people as possible. You can add up to 250 people in a group. Once you are done, click this green button down here. Can you see this green button in this green circle? You click on it, and that's it. Okay, now let me show you what happened. Now, the difference between a WhatsApp broadcast list and a WhatsApp group is this. You can have 250 people, right, on a WhatsApp broadcast list. And those 250 people, they don't even know themselves. They are not together in a group. Okay, let me show you again. I'm going to share my screen and show you something. Let me show you my own broadcast list. I'm not telling you to do what I'm not doing. I have 4 different broadcast lists. Okay? So let me show you. Can you see Witty Prospect 1? Can you see that? Witty Prospect 1, Witty Prospect 2, Witty Prospect 3, Witty Prospect. I have 4 different broadcast lists, and you can do same. You can have 250 in one broadcast list, or even more, but I think it's 250. Now, let me show you this, like this one now. You see, only me will see the messages I'm sending. Everybody on this broadcast list, if they're up to 250, when I send a message here, every one of them, okay, 256. Somebody says 256. Good. Thank you, Hosanna. When I send a message into this broadcast list, everybody on this list will get it individually, as if I sent it to them personally. So it's not like they're going to see it in a group. No, they're going to get it personally. So all you need to do, create a broadcast list, add as many people in your contact to that broadcast list, and then send a message. The message can be something like, hello, there's an arbitrage platform launching called Witty. Okay? Arbitrage simply means buying crypto at a lower exchange rate in one platform and selling at another platform at a higher exchange rate and making profit. And you can do this multiple times a day and make some money. This platform is launching in some weeks' time, and I thought to share with you. If you are interested, this is the link. You drop your Witty Club referral link here. If everybody does this, we will hit 15,000 people and more by Friday next week. And once we do that, our chances of raising something significant from the ISO will be a lot more, which means that you guys can make as much money as possible from arbitrage. Simple. All right? That's the call to action. Very, very simple. Everybody can do this. Guys, teach your referrals, please. Remember, for everybody you refer who is taking, you are earning commissions. First level 5%, second level 3%, third level 2%. You are earning Witty for everybody you refer on Witty Club who is taking. Teach your referrals how to use this broadcast list and let all hands be on deck. Let's build this team. Let's make this thing happen. Okay? Let's make this thing happen. Okay? The more people we bring into the community, the more money we can raise from our ISO, and the more money we can have in our liquidity to enable you guys to do your arbitrage multiple times a day. So we want a situation where if you want to be able to do arbitrage 10 times a day, you can. 5 times a day, you can. 2 times, 3 times, depending on how busy you are in a day, you can, and you're just making money. Okay? This is doable, and that's that. All right? So ladies and gentlemen, that's my time for today. So I'm going to take the next few minutes to answer our questions, and then we can call this again. Okay? So I need this energy, I need this enthusiasm, I need this commitment to go beyond this meeting. Okay? Let's take it to the Telegram group. Let's mobilize ourselves. I mean, we are the ones who will make this money. Okay? Okay, so we are doing this thing for ourselves, right? We are the ones who will make this money. Let's team together. Let's build the community so that when we launch the ISO, we can raise something significant for our arbitrage business. Simple, okay? Now, when we launch with our own money that we raise from ISO, and we do arbitrage for maybe 1 month, we can now go back to the liquidity provisioning company and say, look what we have achieved on our own. Now we need that $2 million. I can tell you they are going to say yes to us. And when they say yes to us, man, too much money. All right? So it will now be a function of how many times can you do arbitrage in a day. it will no longer be about liquidity not being enough. It will be a function of how many times can you do arbitrage in a day. That's where we want to get to, and we can do this. Okay, we can do this. All right. So let's drop our questions. Let me really breeze through them, and then we can call it again. Matthew says, for how long is it to be staked? Is there a time it can be liquidated? Our staking is a 1 year period, okay? But you can liquidate at any time, but if you liquidate, there are penalties, okay? Yeah, but the 1 year period, your monthly staking rewards, that one you can withdraw. But your capital that you stake, you have to leave it there for a 1 year period. But if you want to withdraw, you can withdraw your reward, you can swap it or sell it or stake it again. So that's left to you. Sam says, how do we buy Witty? I just explained how to buy Witty, okay? So the ISO is how to buy Witty, and then by the time we launch the Arbitrage platform proper, you can now buy your Witty on peer-to-peer platform. So after the ISO, the only other place to buy Witty is either you are buying from the peer-to-peer platform, from P2P, B2B exchange, from authorized exchange, or from PancakeSwap. Those are the channels you'll be able to buy Witty when we launch. But for now, only place you can buy Witty is on the ISO, which is launching next week Friday. All right. Somebody is asking the rewards. Oops. Okay. Ayobami Eben, please, can you do me a favor? Can you type out the rewards and post on the Telegram group later? Okay. I don't want to start sharing my screen. It's almost midnight. We need to actually hold. Okay. Please type the rewards for monthly rewards, annual rewards for each of the categories and paste on the Telegram group. Okay. So many people are asking the same question. I'll just jump. How do I buy Witty from Trust Wallet? What's the relation for staking? Okay, I already answered that. Plan A is a lot easier than Plan B. Why don't you wait to attain 50,000 before launching? Now, we have to launch. Okay? We have to launch. If we reach 15K before Friday, can we go back to Plan A? No, we can't, because I already told you. So you are hitting 15K because I already told you, right? Exactly. So the deal is off already. The only thing we can do now is when we launch on our own and start business on our own, we can go back to them and say, guys, look at what we are doing, look at our trade volume, and they are going to do business with us. That's for sure. Okay? But we have to launch. We cannot make it look like without them we cannot proceed. In fact, it's even going to look fishy. All right? To start looking fishy doesn't make any sense. It says, how many broadcast groups can you have? You can have as many broadcast groups. You can see I have 4. You can have as many. Okay, but each of them maximum of 2 people. How many people have we gotten now? I think it's still about 7,000 something. Okay? I think it's still about 7,000 something. You can give us the write-up. Okay. Eben, please remind me. I will drop the write-up that they can use for the broadcast list on the group. Please remind me. Okay? Let me drop that tonight. Immediately after this meeting, remind me, please. Let me drop the write-up that they can use for the broadcast list tonight. Okay? Please remind me. Kingswell said, God, Mr. Dan, you should have given us this hint earlier. If you had, we should have missed. Kingswell, I hope you heard what I said, okay? They made us sign a non-disclosure agreement that we cannot tell you. Not even our facilitators know about it, because they made us sign a non-disclosure agreement that we cannot report this. Okay? Ozana said, boss, you have said it all. Thank you. Okay. Amaranth said, after the 50% bonus on any amount, but what else will I gain for staking for the period of 1 year? You're going to gain staking rewards. Okay, so every month you are going to be earning more Witty for staking. Okay, so every month there's rewards that are being paid for staking. Okay, and also you are going to be earning commissions from all your downlines who are doing exactly the same thing that you are doing. And also, you are giving yourself an opportunity to actually be able to sell your Witty when it's worth a lot much more in 1 year's time. Okay? Bam, this is for me, the staking is fair, the launchpad, Remittance, and lastly arbitrage. My main prayer is to see Witty hitting $500 to $1,000. It will happen. It will happen. Now, let me tell you guys something before we close. Now, somebody said something on the group some weeks ago, and he said that that the problem is that most projects, when they launch, the management will now start selling too much of the token on the exchange, and then the price will go down. Okay, so it was like, by the time management needs money to build more products, money for marketing, money for PRs, they might want to sell Witty on the exchange, and of course, the more Witty you have on the exchange, the lower the price, right? That was what the person said. But let me tell you our strategy. Now, our strategy is to leverage the ISO model to raise money every time we need money. So if we need money to list on a tier 1 exchange, or we need money to build a particular product, or we need money to go on aggressive global marketing campaign, rather than selling Witty on the exchange and driving the price down, we will just easily launch our initial stake offering. Now, the initial stake offering is the same thing I've explained to you. We will sell Witty at the current price, but we give plus 50% as bonus. But the entire Witty must be staked. What are we doing? We are raising money, right? At the same time, we are raising it in a way that we are not crashing the price. All right? So the Witty is not going into the public exchange where it can negatively affect the price, but it is going straight into staking. Okay? So that is our strategy for raising money. Anytime we want to raise money, rather than sell Witty, we actually launch our ISO, which will give you guys opportunity to buy more Witty for less, and also ensure that our Witty is not crashed by management selling Witty. Okay? I hope that is clear. That is busy. Can you give me some space? That is busy. What is the minimum to buy? There is no minimum, okay? But of course, if you are buying in the ISO and we say that you must stake, the minimum staking is $100. So it just means that if you are buying during the ISO, the minimum you should buy is $100, right? So that's just it. But if you want to buy less than that, you can, but there's no staking category for less than $100. I hope that is clear. How much we need to buy Witty at ISO? $10. We are listing at $10, and that is how much we are selling, okay? But you get a 50% bonus, all right? So during the private sale, it sold for $5. We are listing at $10. We cannot sell at the same $5 that we able on private sale for. No, we need to give them, of course, the opportunity of, we need to give them a first movers advantage. So we are listing Witty at $10, and that is the $10 that it is selling on the ISO, but you get the 50% bonus added to it. Okay? Can someone who already bought Witty token during the private sale add Witty token from his wallet to the quantity of Witty token he will get in the? Yes, you can do that. That's a very good question. So if you already have Witty token in your trust wallet, right? You can buy more Witty token on the ISO and combine the Witty in your that you bought in the ISO with the Witty in your trust wallet and stake. You can do that. Okay? So this is how it happens. So let's assume you have $1,000 worth of Witty in your trust wallet, and then you bought another $1,000 Witty during the ISO. So that means you have a total of $2,000 Witty, $1,000 from the ISO, $1,000 in trust wallet. Now, when you go to the staking account, all you need to do is you choose the $2,000 category. Once you choose the $2,000 category, the system automatically will take the 1,000 from your ISO account, which is the incentive account, merge it with the 1,000 in your trust wallet, and then stake it for you. Okay? So that works. Adebayo, thanks for that Very brilliant question. Right, says, while you were talking about Witty ecosystem, you miss out on Witty automated trading system. Oh, yes. Oh, that's true. The Witty automated trading system is a product that is actually going to place a lot of demand on the Witty token. Because the way that works is that it is free, okay? There's no subscription. Our traders trade for you and you make money. You put your money on Binance, you link to our system via API. Whatever our traders are doing are trading on their own accounts, you'll be trading on your own account. Now, 20% of the profit we make for you, not your capital, 20% of the profit we make for you will be paid to us as our own profit share. Now, that profit share will be paid in Witty. So what happens is, let's assume that you started with a capital of $100 trading or $200. You can now decide to put any amount in the admin wallet on the trading. Maybe you can put $10 worth of Witty. As we are making you money, as we are making you profit, we are debiting the Witty in your admin wallet. The moment the Witty in your admin wallet starts going very low, we'll send you a message telling you to add more Witty to your admin wallet so that we can be collecting our own 20% profit share. If we do not do that, what happens is we'll close the trade. It might be a trade that is in profit that could have gone higher, but because you don't have Witty where we can be taking our profit as we make you profit, the trade is closed, and that's it. Our system will resume trading for you when you add more Witty to your admin wallet. Now, this particular product is going to place a lot of demand on Witty. People are going to be buying Witty in order to be funding their admin wallet to be able to pay their 20% profit share. Right? So that is one of the products that are going to come up with. Right, thanks for reminding me. Wow. So many questions here. And what happens when the price of Witty drops lower than $10? And of course, the management is going to be constantly buying back Witty, constantly, all right? Remember, the merchants are buying directly from management. And management, the money that management is making from the merchants, you are going to be constantly buying back your Witty, okay? Okay, Hosanna, thanks. I like this. Says, but guys, why all these kind of questions of returning to plan A? No more going back, forward ever, nothing hard there. Solving problem is a key to success. We all want to be successful. Let's put in our heads together. Which project can you boast of having interaction directly with the idea man? Guys, this is an opportunity to change our mindset over making money that never makes money. Thanks, Hosanna, I appreciate that. David says, good project, but what if one doesn't have fun at this moment to buy it? Will the staking be automatically done? Okay, I already answered that. Please, can the management expand the size of the meeting room to accommodate? Yes, we will do that. Okay, we will do that. What we are going to do, our subsequent meetings, we are going to see. Okay, we are going to see if we hit this maximum again and we expand the room. Okay, we don't want to expand the room and we're just paying for nothing and we are not maximizing. Okay, so it could be that it's because I'm the one hosting the meeting today. That's why we maxed out. Okay, everybody wants to know when are we launching. That's why we maxed out. So by the time the community grows and we consistently have over 100 people showing up for support meetings, definitely will expand. Okay. Bamde says, I bought $100 worth of Witty during private sale and I want to buy $500 Witty at the ISO. What staking will I be doing then? Okay, so you have $100 plus 500, that is 600, and you're going to get another 250. 600 plus 250, that is 850. So you can do the $500 package, and then you can do $300 packages. That is 800, and you have $50. When you accumulate money from commissions here, you can add it to the main $50 and stake another $100. Okay, so you can do multiple staking. What is the address you use to add it to Trust Wallet? Don't worry, when we launch the website for the ISO, everything is there. How much $100 worth of Witty in Naira? So guys, now the ISO, you cannot buy it with Naira, or you cannot buy it with fiat. It has to be USDT, okay? So between now and Friday, get your USDT ready. Buy it from anywhere, okay? If you don't know where, contact any of our facilitators, they will help you. Buy your USDT, keep your USDT ready. You can't buy with Naira, okay? You can only buy with USDT. Remember, what we are providing as liquidity on PancakeSwap is USDT, and that is what we do. So we are buying the Witty with USDT. We take all the USDT and move it to PancakeSwap for liquidity, and then you guys can start your arbitrage. Chris says, for those that have bought enough Witty before now, can they only stake without buying more? Yes, you can stake without buying more. Yeah. Yes, USDT BEP20. Very good, Victoria. Yeah, it's USDT BEP20. Okay. So just when you are sending your USDT, send it using the BEP20 network. Guys, we need to go. Okay. Amotola says, can we buy with Bitcoin? No. Swap your Bitcoin to USDT. Okay. It's only USDT. Okay. Only USDT. We don't want to start having issues with fluctuations, because what we need is USDT. That's what we are supplying to PancakeSwap. All right, guys. So this session was recorded. We are going to upload the recording by tomorrow morning. Okay, and you can rewatch again, share it with your referrals, and let's do this. So your broadcast list, I'm going to send the message you can send to your broadcast list. Send them that message. Add your Witty Club referral link, and you can even add the recording of this particular meeting so that they can watch if they want to. Okay, so let's do that. Between now and Friday, let's try and hit 15,000 so that we can raise significant money from the ISO so that you guys can make money in arbitrage. I really can't wait for you guys to start making money. That is what I'm just waiting for. Okay, I just want to see people leveraging on what we have built to make money. I mean, I'm going to just be so happy. So let's try to raise as much money as possible so we can have significant money for liquidity on the PancakeSwap. All right. Thank you so much. Please, let me. It's recorded already. Let's say I bought 200 Witty for $1,000 with private sale. During the ISO Witty selling for $10, that's 200 Witty with private sale. Did still $1,000. Okay. Just ask your questions on the group. Okay. We need to go with overstayed. Okay, we need to go. We have overstayed, okay, so that the recording doesn't even get too long. Thank you so much, guys. All right. So let the movement start. Let the marketing. Let the recruitment start. So Friday next week we are launching the ISO, and then after the 2 weeks period we are launching the arbitrage, and then it's game on. All right. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you guys. God bless you. Good night. Bye bye.
Yeah, welcome back. Now that you heard from Mr. Dan, that is the team leader of Witty Projects, you heard everything right, and you never sign up, I want you to go to the description below right now. Sign up to the Witty project. Just register. It is free. You are not using money to sign up. Once we are 15,000, as he said, we just need to be 15,000 member users on that platform. And once we reach that 15,000, definitely we are good to go. And we will not even have any issue about they block the card today, they block this tomorrow, because this thing is going to fetch us a lot of money. Thank you very much. And if you are new to this channel, kindly smash on the description button below and please like this video, and also click on the notification bell so that whenever we drop content on this channel, YouTube will be one of those people that YouTube is going to update that we just drop a new video on this channel. Thank you very much. I remain yours, Adeyemi Oluwaseun.